I'm just going to get right into the August giveaway. We had 659 comments this month, which was really nice. I really love hearing from you guys. And I'm sorry this lighting is so terrible. I'm in the process of moving my office today. This is going to become Hunter, my oldest son's room. And so I'm like, we already moved this bookcase over here. I took out all my lights. And so probably not the best idea when I was about to go live. Hi, guys. Thanks for jumping on. So there were 659 comments this month. And I just really love hearing from you guys. Hi, Kim. Hi, Mary. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for being here. If you guys have any questions for me, type those in the chat, and then I'll talk about those after I talk about the giveaway for this month. I actually don't have the stuff for the giveaway right now. If you follow me over on Instagram, same handle as here, This Alaska Life. So if you're an Instagram person, go over there and follow me over there. If you want to see like more of the day-to-day behind the scenes stuff. But I've been doing reels and I've been wearing this sweatshirt here. I got this. We went to the fair the other day and I got this. It says Wildflower. And this is from AK Republic. Hi, Vanessa. Oh, you got up so early to watch from Australia. Thank you for being here. So this sweatshirt is from a company called AK Republic. And I've been wearing it in making reels, having a lot of fun making reels over on Instagram. And so she's been sharing them. And then she said that she wanted to donate to this month's giveaway. And so if you saw our video yesterday, I went to a store called Poppy Lane and she sells her stuff in Poppy Lane. And she showed a bunch of really cool water bottles and she wanted to donate a water bottle. So I have to go pick that up. So I don't have the stuff with me. But I just wanted to let you know that is going to be part of the giveaway this month. And I'll show you guys when I do get everything. So like I was saying, 659 people. I went through the comments last night. Thank you to everyone that comments. I really appreciate it. And I used my random number generator and it was comment number 154 of the month. And Mary Morris, that was you. And you're here. Hi, Susan from Wisconsin. Mary, you're here. You are the first person to jump on, which is so much fun that you were here. And you are the winner for this month. So if you will send me your address to my email, it's called TheHammHomestead@gmail.com. That is my business, The Hamm Homestead. So if you'll send me an email with your address, I would love to get that sent to you. And let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Challenges into blessings said, congrats, Mary. Yes, congrats. It was so fun. What is really fun for me is there are names that I see over and over and over again. And I'm so happy when those are the people that win. So I always see Kim, I always see Mary, I always see Vanessa, I see Adam Hutchings and Lisa. I love seeing you guys there so that I can like get to know you and things like that. Mary Sinide said, thank you for the answer about the moose meat. Oh, you're welcome. That is funny that you say that because as I was trying to figure out how to get on here live, I got a text from my husband, Mark, that he just shot a moose. And so that's exciting. His parents, we didn't get a moose permit this year, so he was going to have to go out and find. So if you don't, maybe you guys care about this. If you don't have a actual permit for a moose, you usually get a moose permit for like a boy moose or girl moose. Then you have to shoot what's called a spike fork, which is a really young moose that only has it can only have a spike. Or you have to get an over 50-inch moose, which you have to sit and study it. And before you shoot it, make sure you're shooting the right thing, which is crazy to think about. And so it's kind of tricky. So that's what Mark was going to have to do this year. He was going to either have to go find a spike fork or an over 50-inch because they want you to shoot one that's old or one that's really young. Well, he didn't have a permit this year, but his parents have a permit, and they went out for 3 days and sat in their tent in the rain. It has been pouring. And Mark's dad had a heart attack a few years ago. He still wants to do everything that he's always done. He has shot a moose every year for like the last 40, probably 8 years. So he still wants to do that stuff. So Mark said, Dad and Mom, if you don't get a moose, I will go help you. And so they didn't get a moose when they went out last week. So Mark went to Fish and Game, got a proxy hunt. You can proxy hunt for people that are over 70 or people with disabilities. And so he went out with his dad and is helping his dad. And he shot, and his mom got the permit, and she got one for a cow moose. So that's a little bit easier because, as long as you find a cow that doesn't have a baby with it, you're welcome to shoot it. So he says they found a nice cow. They shot it, and he's helping his dad because his dad can't carry meat anymore. His dad can be there and help cut up the meat and just loves the process still, but he can't carry anything. So that was really fun. So Susan asked, how long does the moose season last? So moose season starts around August 20th. For some people, some permits are for different times. And then most of it is done by September 20th. But then there's some permits that are winter permits. So you have to just follow along and go along with whatever permit you have. I have a funny story about that. Mark has taken me moose hunting twice now, and he has never made it easy on me. He has given me the full moose hunting experience. The first time we were like 2 miles down a mountain, I got this gigantic moose, and then we had to carry it up for 2 days, and it was really hard and really rewarding, but really hard. And then we got stuck in our tent for like 3 days because the fog was so thick we couldn't get out. And so that was interesting. So he gave me the full experience. And then, okay, sorry, some weird message just picked up. So, and then the second moose hunt, was also a really hard experience. And I'm just like, okay, it gave me an appreciation for how hard it was. And now I am more happy to help at home when he comes home with all the meat because I know how hard it was. I can't remember exactly what I was going to say about that because that weird message came up. But anyways, exciting. The moose it will last us a year. We will be splitting this moose. Most of it will go to his parents, and then we'll just take some. And then Mark hopefully will get, he wants to still go deer hunting. So it's just never ending for him. So, yes, Vanessa, I am starting a project while my husband is away. That is the way that I do it. It's thankfully now that the boys are a little bit older, Hunter helped me take the cabinet down, but we are having problems with, now that we have a middle schooler, which seems really crazy. I like blink. I can't believe that I have a middle schooler. He has to wake up earlier and he stays up later doing homework. And so he's bugging the ones that are in elementary school. And so everybody's just not getting the sleep that they need. So we're having to switch rooms over. Okay. I love moose hunting season here in Sweden because everyone gets so happy. Yes, it is nice. It's nice to have meat in the freezer. It just is some security. We would survive without meat. The funny thing is, I did not grow up doing any of this stuff. I knew that Mark really liked hunting and fishing when we met. You walk into his parents' house and it's very apparent. There are pretty much every wall has some sort of animal on it. And I was like, okay, this is a hunting family. We went fishing on our first date. So I knew that that's what I was getting into, but until we got married and moved back up here from college, I still had never eaten anything other than fish and food from the store. So this is really different was really different for me. And I was a little bit hesitant at first. It didn't just come naturally to me to be chopping up meat in the kitchen. But his mom invited me over when we first got married. Mark worked out in the villages out in Alaska, almost 20 something weeks a year. He'd be gone all week and then he'd come home for the weekend. He was an auditor and he went around the whole state auditing companies. And so he was not around. And so his parents called me, hey, we got a moose. You got to come help butcher. And I'm like, what in the world do I do? So I went, and it was a little nerve-wracking to like figure out, but they know exactly what each cut is and things. And so I was given the job of running the grinder. So they would just give me a pot of meat and I would run the grinder, and then I would put it in bags, and that was my job. So I learned quick. And then I still have a hard time. Like, I can't identify the different parts of a moose when Mark brings it in. Like, I know we make roasts out of a back leg and things like that, but I let Mark do all of those things. And then I just help manage kids. I love packaging, doing the packaging part. And anyways, this moose will be a week-long process. The caribou took us just an afternoon an afternoon and a night to do the steaks. The moose will be a week, because some things you have to let age. Other things, they're just huge. I remember at our old house, we had this carport. We didn't have a garage, and pulling in with my car and a moose walking by, and I was looking at the underside of its belly. So they are huge. So it's just going to be a lot of meat. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Darlene asked, when do the kids go to school, or do they homeschool? So we homeschooled last year because the only option was virtual school. And when they had to do virtual school the year before, it did not go very well. It just wasn't good, especially because it just meant that kids were on the computer all day long. So we homeschooled last year. It was good, but we decided to try and send our kids back to school this year. They started about 2 weeks ago. They are wearing masks. We have gotten letters already that there have been COVID cases, not in direct contact with our kids, but in their school. So we just have to be ready to maybe bring them home if that happens. It's going really well. Our oldest son, Hunter, started middle school, and oh my goodness, he just loves it. He loves moving classes. He loves he's met new friends. He had a very, very small class in his elementary school because they're at kind of it's called a back to basics school. And the classes get kind of small by the time you get into like 4th, 5th, 6th grade. So he just has made friends. He's doing cross country running. You guys, he just ran a 5K in I think he did it in like 23.5 minutes or something. And that's amazing. So we're happy to have them back in school. My littlest guy just started preschool. I'm doing a home preschool where I'll have to teach. I have to teach 10 lessons, and then I get 50 lessons off where I can just drop him off. So I'm really excited about that. And so that's what we're doing right now for school. So, okay. There are just a few things. Let's see if I missed any questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? So Mary, congratulations for winning this month's giveaway. Let me know down in the chat. Do you like doing it as a live? I promise I will be more put together and actually have this stuff next time. It has just been a really crazy back to school season here the last couple of weeks. I just started working out again at 5:30 in the morning. So I have just been so tired, and just starting to feel back to my old self after breaking my ankle and all that stuff. But I do have some fun videos still coming up from summer. We went back to the cabin one more time, so that will be coming up if you're interested in seeing our stuff at the cabin. And we've got an octopus this time, which we haven't gotten octopus in over a year, and octopus are my absolute favorite. It's all my kids' favorite too. So you can watch for that. I went to one more grocery store and got several Costco videos. I took the kids to the fair last week. So if you're interested in the Alaska State Fair, I have been told by people that have been to it or that have moved away that there is nothing like the Alaska State Fair. And I am obsessed with the Alaska State Fair. Mark has no interest in it. And one of my talents is that if there's something that Mark's not interested and I really want to do it, I just figure out how to do it on my own. And he does the same thing. So I take the kids to the fair. We spend all day there. It's like a yes day for me. I say, I'll buy you whatever food. I'll buy you the rides. I won't buy you all the junk, but I refuse to buy the little trinkets. I did end up buying them foam swords this time, and I instantly regretted it. But so I just Camilla, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. And Simply Southern Roots, it is 11:15 here. We are 1 hour before Pacific time. So anyway, so I took the kids to the fair. We filmed it. The thing about the fair is I love it, but I don't really like the rides because they package the rides up and take them away a couple days later. And I'm like, ooh, that scares me. But I do let the kids do as many rides as they want, really. And we've had a really, really good time. So that's coming up. And a couple more Costco hauls. Is there anything else that you guys would like to see me video? Just let me know. I go to Costco every week, so that's an easy one. But if there's other things. So Lisa, you said, can you post recipes when you make your dinners and meals? I will try. If there's a recipe that I have, I can try. I guess I didn't really think people would be interested in that because I'm making it with mousse, but my father-in-law taught me something really important for me when I first got married and was helping in that first couple of times that I helped them butcher before I was like, what is this? He told me anything you can make with beef, you can make with mousse. And anything that you can make with chicken, you can make with halibut. So I was like, okay. So if I need a halibut recipe, I just can look up a chicken recipe. And 99.9% of the time, it has turned out amazing. So I'll try and post recipes when I do that. And then how did we cook the duck? So for duck, we keep it really, really simple. We just do it at like 375 degrees for 45 minutes with seasoning on it, just like a all-purpose seasoning. And it just tastes so good. Ducks was another thing that I was like, what the heck are we supposed to do with this? But Mark and I moved up from college right during duck hunting season. So he went with his dad and we ate with his dad. His mom was away helping a sister that was having a baby. And I was like, I've never eaten a duck. Like, what are we going to do? And I just remember his dad like gnawing on it and just loving it. And I was like, okay, we can get around this. And it was really fun now I really like it. And we don't actually store any ducks in the freezer. It's really just Mark goes hunting in the morning because you have to go when it's like, you have to go when it's just, you can start shooting at sunrise. And so he'll shoot, bring them home, pluck them, and we'll eat them that day or the next night. So we don't ever store them. So I don't know how well they store. So Anna Judson, you said canning. Are you talking about do we can moose meat, which is really helpful to have on hand when I forget to get out food. I'll just throw it into a stir fry, or I will throw it into a soup. So we do can meat, and we also can salmon when we get a lot. We didn't get a ton of salmon this year extra. So we didn't can any, which will be really sad. We might go back and do it. We can always thaw. This is one of the things that I've had to learn in Alaska. The summertime is so full that I have to, yeah, thank you, Kim. I'm not sure. Let me take care of that really quick. Okay. Okay, hopefully that took care of that. Sorry, now I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, gosh. This is why I was afraid of doing a live. There are just some weird people coming on there. Anyway, so, one of the things I did learn was that if you don't have time in the summertime, you can often just freeze something. And then when you have more time in the winter, when it's dark and cold and you don't really want to do anything, and you don't mind if your house gets all heated up by canning and processing things. So I'll freeze berries and then I'll make it into I'll freeze the berries and then I will process them and make them into syrup in the wintertime, or we'll freeze the salmon and then make it into canned salmon in the wintertime when, like I said, you don't mind that you have a pot on the stove heating up your house for hours and hours and hours. So Anyways, so we'll often save those kind of things for the winter time and not just because summertime and fall are so busy. Kim, you asked, do you close up the lake house for the winter or do you still use it in the winter? We do close it up. I'm guessing you're talking about Sildovia. It's on the ocean. We close it up for the most part, and we don't have to do a lot. We disconnect the water. Mark, some of his favorite memories are they used to go at the time between Christmas and New Year's. They would go to the cabin in the wintertime and they would just really, he liked it because I was just talking to his sister. She was here visiting from the UK and she was saying, I just loved that time at the cabin because there wasn't as much to do. So it was family time instead of just having to because when we're there, especially Mark, he cannot sit still. He's fishing, he's spear fishing, he's, hiking, he's doing all sorts of things. So there's not a lot of downtime. So we hopefully maybe as the kids get older, we will head down there in the wintertime. But for now, we just close it up. We do pull the boat out of the water, which is part of the part that makes it a little bit harder to go down to the cabin because you do have to ride a boat from the town of Sildovia across to the cabin. There used to be people that live there year round that would help us with that, but they don't live there year round anymore. They leave during the winter. And so it's just a little bit tricky to do that. Do you call canning, preserving in mason jars? Yes. Yep, that is one of the things. Hi, Stephanie. Hi. So glad I was able to chat you live. Oh, thank you for being here. This is kind of fun. I wasn't sure how it would be, and it was really confusing to get started. And sorry, like I said, I've already taken down all my lights and stuff because I'm moving offices. So sorry about that. Next time, if we do this again, I will make sure that it's better. Good evening from Ireland. Thanks for watching. What is your favorite family tradition? Oh, Darlene, I'm not sure. So Hunter had to do a presentation this week about our family culture, and we really have built a family culture of doing things together and making sure that we are when we do the hunting, we do it together. Not everybody has to be involved at the whole process. If you notice, our kids kind of just came and went during that caribou hunting. But I just really like doing all that stuff as a family. Our kids know where their food comes from. So that's just been a really fun thing. That's not something that I grew up doing, but it's such a part of Mark that we've really embraced, and it's really fun. And obviously the kids have started to get really into it. They are so sad that school has started and they can't go duck hunting with Mark. When they were little, starting at about age 4, they would go duck hunting with him. But we do have a lot of fun family traditions around Christmas time that I just absolutely love. We do a nativity out around a campfire, which you imagine there's tons of snow by Christmas. It's really cold, but we all just bundle up. We make a big fire. And then somebody reads a nativity story while the kids act it out in little costumes over their big snow clothes. And one year, my niece, she plays the violin. She played the song, Mary, Do You Know, dressed as Mary. And honestly, I'm just getting chills thinking about it. Things like that, I just really, really, really love anything that we can do together as a family. And I like trying to plan those kind of things to make those special memories for them. Somebody had a question. Stephanie, did I ever make the Mexican lasagna? I plan to. I have the recipe printed out upstairs. Somebody also sent me an awesome recipe for a steak. I have it upstairs. And when I do, I will film it. I have been struggling with dinner prep. It has honestly been pull something out, throw it together, throw it on the table the last couple of weeks because I'm after school. I haven't gotten used to this after homeschooling and being home so much last year. The 2 younger boys come home. Then I have to go pick up Hunter from cross country running. And then I get back and I'm helping with homework. And I'm all of a sudden Mark's walking in the door and I'm dinner. So it is on my list. I just need to be better. For me, getting meat out is the number one thing. I have to get meat out in the morning or I forget, and then I'm scrambling and defrosting stuff right away, which I hate. As long as I get meat out or fish out in the morning, I'm really chill. I can throw anything together. But I am going to make that, Stephanie. Thank you so much for sending that to me. I almost made it the other day, and then I realized I ran out of time. So we just had tacos instead, which was kind of boring. I need to get on the meal planning bus. So, Mary, do you have a plane or do you rent a plane? I think I saw a video of your husband flying a plane. We do own a plane. We bought it when Weston was like 3. I think I was pregnant with Everett. So we've had it for quite a few years. I don't know, 4 or 5. I can't even remember. It is a Cessna 170B. So this plane was built back in the 60s, and then they just redo it over and over and over again. We haven't had to redo the whole thing. Owning a plane is an interesting thing. Once again, something I had never experienced before marrying Mark or dating Mark. Mark got his pilot's license when he was 17. His parents let him go through ground school and flying, which to me, I'm like, that's so young. That's crazy. So he got his pilot's license as a 17-year-old. And then he got to fly around with his dad. His dad has always had a plane, which is really cool. It gets you to places that you can't get to otherwise. And then, so then he went off to college, came back, and then he'd be like, let's go flying. And I was just like, what? That's just something you go do with your dad. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. But he would go with his dad. I would every once in a while go along, but I'd have to sit in the back. I got really sick. Being pregnant, throwing up wasn't really my thing, but I would do it. So then he's like, I knew it was a when, not if we would get a plane. So he found a plane, and we had enough money to pay for it cash. And so that was pretty cool. But that's the thing. Like, we had saved up, and it was like $35,000. So most people's cars are more expensive than that. So like, don't think that it's like a huge thing. Olivia, this is a live. So it was about $35,000. We bought it, and something clicked in my brain. Like, he would go and practice. The airport is about 10 minutes from our home, which is really cool. Where we live, there's this small airport just down the road. And so he would go and he would just do like touch and goes, and he would practice landing, and he would just fly across the inlet and practice on this gravel strip. And he'd just spend some time practicing, and he got to know his plane so well that my anxiety about going flying and about him flying just like went way down, because he got so comfortable with his plane. I saw, like, he knows instantly when something's not right. And it is at a hangar where he's really good friends with the airplane mechanic. So if there's something wrong, they work on it right away. But the thing is, I said, it's not that expensive. It is expensive. $35,000 is a lot of money, but, I know a lot of people that have cars way more expensive than that. It's just the upkeep. Because these planes are so old, you have to get an airplane annual every year, and it's several $1,000s. If nothing's wrong, it's several $1,000s. And then if things are wrong, it can be really expensive. But you wouldn't really want to be up in a plane like that if it wasn't maintained that way. And it's actually really bad for planes to sit. So the guy that owns the hangar, that this airplane mechanic that Mark works with, his name is also Mark Webb. He's like, I just really love watching you and his best friend, Paul. They both park their planes there. I just love watching you guys because you're always using your planes. And that's what they should be, because Everett, hold on a second. So that's how you keep planes in working order. Are there any boys interested in getting their pilot's license? I think Hunter is going to probably go that route. He was really interested in getting to go hunting this year, so he had to take a hunter safety course. So he did the course, and then he made sure that he passed it. Hold on, let me get Everett really quick. We're doing a video. Come say hi.
I just want to show them something.
Okay, why don't you show them really quick?
Hi!
There's Bennett. Can you say hi?
I want to show them you something, Mom.
On your computer?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right there. Anyway, so yes, I think Hunter will probably follow in Mark's footsteps. We'll see about the other boys. I'm not sure. We'll see what their interests develop as they get older. All right, my kids need me. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate you being here. This was really fun. If you liked it, please tell me down in the comments because I will do it again if you're interested. I think it's fun for the monthly giveaway to do it here live because I didn't. It's usually just a really kind of awkward video to do by myself. But next time, I promise I will have the giveaway stuff beforehand. So, hi, Olivia. You're new here. Welcome. My name's Lauren. If you don't know, if you are new here, I film videos in Alaska of us shopping. I try and go to stores when we're driving to see what the prices are. I Costco shop, and then I just share what we're doing as a family, and then also with our hunting and flying and fishing.
How many people are on here right now?
18.
Oh, it looks like way more on the channel.
So I have 4 boys. They range from 12 down to Everett here. He is 4. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hey. All right. Hi from Scotland. Welcome. That's amazing. I will watch your videos since it's a weekend. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We really have enjoyed sharing this stuff. I started this channel. So my big passion is home decor. I love decorating. I had a business called TheHammHomestead where I would organize and decorate in people's homes. Then the pandemic hit and I was like, darn it, like that's really what I was really enjoying doing. So I stopped doing that and started taking care of my kids. But I thought, you know what, maybe people are interested in our life here in Alaska. So then that's when we started our YouTube channel. And I have really enjoyed this past year.
This?
Oh, if you want to watch something funny, watching this kid try to learn how to blow up balloons has been really funny. Hi, Darlene. Oh, my parents just got back to Phoenix on Monday. They made it safely, which I was kind of worried about them for the whole week. They had to drive through Canada. Hey. And so they made it back home and they're back home to their other home. They usually live here with us in the summertime. So we miss them already, but they're back down there in sunny Arizona with you now.
I found a secret toe.
Yes, a lot of people did
Found a secret toe.
Yes, a lot of people did get inspired during lockdown.
I found a secret toe.
I think I started the channel before COVID hit, but that was I started it before COVID hit, but it was the one that was easy to keep going because there is writing there from people using the table. This one was the one that I could keep doing. I stopped house projects completely, but I didn't stop living in Alaska and enjoying Alaska. So that is why this is the channel that kind of took off. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. I will see you guys soon. And thanks for watching. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Vanessa said hello to you.
Paint.
Okay. Bye-bye, guys.
Painted your face, Mom.